Breakfast
with Jim Davis and Joe Hayward.
BBC Radio Leicester.
Good morning, welcome to breakfast here on BBC Radio Leicester. This Tuesday morning, it's the 21st of July, it's 22 minutes to 8. Now, a group of pensioners in Leicestershire say they fear they'll be left homeless because the land that their homes are on could be sold off from beneath them. Many of the elderly people living at the Springfield Park site in Hinckley own their own properties, but rent the land that the homes are on, and that land is leased out to a third party. But that lease expires in March 2016. And unless there's intervention from the local council, all the homeowners face eviction from the site. BBC Radio Leicester's Rosina Sini has been to find out more.
This is Springfield Park in Hinckley.
It's like a little village, and we all help each other out. We all look out for each other, especially the elderly people.
There are 50 homes here, housing about 64 residents.
Oh, it's very beautiful, peaceful, quiet. It's what you want when you get into your later years, shall we say.
But now the land on which homes like the one Margaret Warren lives in could be sold off. And that leaves residents like John Moore worried about the future.
There's an awful lot of people been here for a lot of years. I mean, to lose their homes, you know, we knew this was coming, but we don't seem to be getting any help from anywhere. We're getting promises. We're getting people like the Hinckley Council saying we're looking into it. And you can imagine pensioners on this site now getting really worried if they're going to have an home to walk into after the 26th of March 2016. And it's not fair.
My name's Dave Wade. I'm chairman of the Springfield Park Residents Association. The lease comes to an end in March 2016. The owners of the land wish to sell it, which they're quite within their rights to do so, and we have no qualms about that. And then we just don't know what's going to happen. Possibility that they could sell it for building land, we don't know. It puts a zero value on the properties. So if you wanted to sell it to get off, you couldn't, because nobody's going to pay you anything near what it's actually worth. My wife and I started this residents association to try and get everybody to work together and talk things through. But we get to a stage where you just think, well, you're just banging your head against a brick wall because nobody's giving you any answers.
The site is managed by a London firm called Springfield Properties. They pay a ground rent to the landlords and collect rent from the tenants. But their lease on Springfield Park is up after 35 years next March. Michael Neville is the director of Springfield Properties, but having just turned 82 and being in ill health, he says he just doesn't have the energy to keep going. And he says the family who actually own the land just aren't listening to him.
They've made clear to me they're not prepared to renew the lease which I have. If they were, I would be able to offer it for sale, or even if I didn't make a profit, it would mean nothing to me as a mobile home site. That's my only ambition, that this place should remain a mobile home site.
Michael says his pleas to the owners of the land not to sell the site have fallen on deaf ears. It's something that's made him very distressed because of what it will mean to the current tenants.
Most of them are of a good age, some of them are very frail, and I just can't begin to imagine what would happen if the council would rehouse them and they would lose all their amenities of life. It would be terrible.
The residents here at Springfield Park hope the power of the World Wide Web will now help their cause. They've put a video up on YouTube to highlight their concerns. Dave Wade from the Residents Association says it's a unique situation, which he hopes Hinckley and Bosworth Borough Council could resolve with a compulsory purchase order.
As a legal situation, we haven't got any rights. It's down in black and white, but morally the issue is the big issue with the people and the age of them that are on this site and what's going to happen to them.
Malcolm Smith, I live at number 15. The only way they'll move me off here is in a box. I am not moving.
the views of people living there at that site. Well, we've tried to get in touch with the landowners through their solicitors, but so far we've had no response. We will keep trying, however, and we will bring you their response when we get it. Meanwhile, the Hinckley and Bosworth Borough Council leader, Mike Hall, has sent us a statement, and it says that the council's been appealing to the owners and current leaseholder of the site to bring an end to residents' uncertainty. Springfield Park residents, the majority of whom are elderly, have been in limbo for too long, unable to sell their property and uncertain about their future. Officers have been working with the Residents Association by providing advice. And it says at this point in time, it would be very helpful if the owners and leaseholders could extend the current arrangements so that Springfield Park residents can continue to enjoy their homes as they have done for many years.